We have come to probably my favorite part of the show for the past few weeks, guys. My good friends Leiataualesa and Maria back in studio. Ia mole tātou por kalame ole Upu Uiga Lasi. Por kalame lea a vaongangana segment that we've been having fun with for the past few weeks. First of all, chicken, before we kick into our Upu Uiga Lasi, how are we?
Very well. Thanks for returning this week.
It's great to have you back.
I missed you guys. I was tuning in.
We missed you last week. We tried it.
We tried our best.
You guys did great.
We tried our best.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, glad to be nice. Leiataua, you were in Australia recently for the epic as matchup between Tonga and Samoa.
You know, that was just a coincidence. I went over for just a normal trip.
Yeah.
Actually, it was my first visit to Australia.
Wow.
So
Ever?
I thought this nice long weekend, and then I found out that the tour were playing on Sunday, and I went, "Oh, it was meant to be."
Meant to be.
The best weekend.
And that was the good luck charm.
Yeah.
I think so.
Right.
That was a great game.
That was a
Fantastic.
great game.
Yeah.
Like your viral video with the flag with Carol.
With Galo.
Galo.
Yeah, man.
That was good.
Also unplanned and a coincidence. I think we filmed that last Friday before I left.
True.
Yeah,
True.
so I was very happy to return yesterday to the office. You know, Piamento. I thought, I can't.
That's
wait to
right,
see-
yeah.
Yeah, so that was good.
Yeah. No. It was online is very much still. I mentioned at the start of the program some great bands this week. Some not so great bands, but
Yeah, how was the atmosphere there? All the
Wamang,
flags.
yeah.
Even though the random thunderstorm though.
But even that it did not really dampen anything.
Everyone
really.
was still on a
Everyone
vibe,
just
though.
moved inside and continued the party, so
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. Yeah,
It looked really cool.
when I was thinking about it afterwards, for me, I think that's top 2, top 3 games I've ever been to.
Ever.
wow,
Ever. And I've been to
Yeah,
a lot of
nice.
really good games.
Yeah.
So it was awesong.
energy.
Yeah.
Malolo malang manguya.
Yeah.
It's great to have you both back, safe and sound. Our upu for today. Our new word for so o le vasun te nei in tatu talanoa le upu o le upu leo le sui. And sorry, actually I should preface before we move on, a reminder if you are tuning in fa yolo fa fonga me le tatu por kalame o le Upu Uiga Lasi alu ia le fa soa ia ma le talanoa le nei a wauli le tatu por kalame o lo tala le avanoa tala pe le avanoa a fa ia tifia so tai mai o valu selau o limited tasi fa ia tifia fa soa if you want to pitch in or weigh in on some of the words that we're talking about or some of the meanings, or we might have missed something. Please feel free, drop us a comment on the live stream or give us a call 0800 000 531 Elesi ato tol por kalame o le nganga lava por kalame ia o le fasoai ia matalta noa. It's a learning space for all of us, really.
All of us.
So
My
please
favorite experts.
that's a big word.
No, we've done 3 words right now, right? With a
Yeah.
recap.
Yeah, we've done. Yeah, let's do. Yeah, we'll start with a recap. What have we done so far? We've done
Ai,
ai.
Aye.
We've done
asu.
asu.
I missed out sui.
Oh yeah, sorry. Last week.
I'm like,
I
What was the third one? Yeah.
Third
Last
one
week
was
we done
sui.
sui. And our word for today is our 4th word. Ow.
ow.
Ow. Ow.
Can I please have that in a sentence?
Yeah.
Lale winga,
So we
le
need to be
upu
like
au.
Miss Rachel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, hard. Need someone, Miss Rachel. Ole ow. So, most common, or can be argued, but the most common use of the word owl, owl can be referred to like daytime. The opposite of owl would be
Po.
Oh.
sorry, I should have. I should have really.
That makes me want to sing.
I know,
Sing
and
a
I'm
song.
kicking myself that I didn't have this
Why
lined up.
didn't you cue it up already?
We should have asked Uli to come and sing it live.
Sing it. Exactly. You know the song.
No, I need you guys to refresh it. What is the song?
Oh,
You've heard that song.
you-
Oh yeah, Aumalapo. That one.
There you go.
That's yeah, I know that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So give me a second because we can't. We have to.
We have
Like,
to.
Oh yeah, I'm glad I knew
Day
that
and
song.
night. Day and
Yeah.
night.
Day and night. So yeah, I'll referring to day as the first kind of whangai no le
Common,
upu
yeah,
le
yeah,
ao. Ao can also be referred to, and this is something that I've only just probably learned in the last few years of my being an adult. Cloud.
I just learned that today.
So, when referring to
Cloudiness, cloudy day, or a cloud.
Waiting for the jam.
Oh, okay, there it is. There we go. When referring to, the clouds, or especially in weather reports in Samoan, they say aoaoa, or it's cloudy. So the word for single cloud is. Sorry, I'm just really enjoying this song. Is cloud. Your experience with the word ao in terms of cloud?
Yes,
Yeah,
I've heard that
Yeah.
quite a bit over my life.
Yeah.
A new one for me, probably several years ago, was buaoa.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like
Fog.
I don't know if it's foggy or misty or one of those, but
True.
I think it's more foggy than anything. But that was something new to me, like
Yeah.
in my adult life.
Yeah.
Can you say the word again?
Buaoa.
Wow,
Yeah, buaoa.
wow.
It's like it's foggy.
Foggy. Yeah. But the
fog
the
itself.
fog itself would be wow. Oh,
I
actually, no.
don't-
I
actually
don't want to.
don't know.
I don't want to. Don't
Feel
quit. Don't
free to
at me on
correct
that.
us.
Yeah.
Should have brought pen.
So
Wow.
ao refers to a cloud,
Yes.
and day.
Just the cloud part. I'm just wondering if what Samoan word would be for, like, like the digital cloud, whether there's
Ooh,
something.
That's a
that
good
links to it,
question.
eh?
That is a good
Yeah,
question.
I'd like to know.
Like iCloud.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the iCloud.
I played to the cloud.
Yeah, because surely there would be some kind of equivalent nowadays. Well, it's probably like transliterated somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
If there are any experts
I'm making
out
a
there
note
who
of
are
that
listening,
because that's
yeah.
something we should discuss
Yeah.
eventually. Cloud o le ao. O lisi upu o lisi upu o le upu whaaloalo. So upu whaaloalo for ao is also the upu whaaloalo for head.
Head.
So when referring
Dale
to
noggin.
not the ulu, not the ulu o le ao. How would you put that in a sentence?
You're asking me to speak.
Sorry.
Ow is like oh low ulu low ow, like because you can't put the respect right. Like I can use
Yeah.
ulu
You
for
mean like if
myself.
you're referring it to yourself instead
No,
of saying,
no.
oh, look, wow.
No, like I mean,
There's-
like my head, I'll use ulu,
Yeah.
and then when I'm talking to about your head, I'd say your ow.
Probably in the respectful terms, right?
But I don't know how to formate it in a sentence.
I think if you're ever to lead prayer in a service, and I've heard this in print in a service before, when you ask, in English, you'd be like, hey, can everyone bow your heads? Yeah, you would, in Samoan, you would say, yeah, ifo mayo to wow. Instead of ifo mayo to ulu. No, yeah, ifo mayo to wow. There's a song, gosh, I can't remember the also Elijah Tavai, ifo mayo lo wow. Bow your head so that I may be able to.
I will take note of that.
Yeah, for my yellow wow.
I just will keep listening to Lani. So can you sing the other? Go, no. Because when
Funny,
you
sorry.
no,
go
no,
on.
no, I was like when you sing, and then I will remember our.
True.
Like
True.
that's what I mean.
I'll
So we
find
should-
that song.
yeah.
I'm gonna find that song and send it to you.
What were you gonna say, Nancy?
No, I was going to say that I personally don't use owl very often to refer to the head.
Yeah.
I guess because I'm more informal anyway when I talk to people. It's like,
Yeah, we very rarely. Would you say, putting? If you ask someone, have you got a sore head or a headache, Would you?
I've never heard owl.
Yeah.
Well, I
I've
must
always-
say, when I see the notices at the hospital, they
Yes.
very rarely do say yao. You know, it's always
Yeah.
like ati ngale ulu.
Yeah, more direct.
Yeah, things like that.
What about like
Maybe that's just the medical keeping it
I know,
direct.
you know, head is like the boss, like that kind of like a leader. Could you use owl in that way? How we think of head, or no? Is that something different?
Yes, actually, it's a great point that you brought up. Ao can is also a word when referring to the person, the head of a group or a country. For example, the head of state of Samoa is referred to as Leao Mamalu o Le Malo. In terms of an organization,
Like, what about like everyday life? Like, who's the autama autene for schools? No, head
Oh,
boy,
you mean
head girl.
Oh, like head boy.
Like, cause I mean,
I would.
in
I
that
would-
no, in that context for the head of the state, like we talk about that in politics, but like in like everyday school stuff, is it like appropriate to say that or no?
I would go with because when you think about like the head of a company or something, when they refer to it in Samoan, it's like Ulunga or Matanga Wenga, or so it's Ulu, but I've not heard about that.
Yeah, I
Just
was
like
I was as reserved, from what my very limited knowledge is, reserved for like a very select few. Like you wouldn't refer to Don as the Ao of the of PMN, right?
yeah,
He would be more the Whaulunung or the
or
Pulling,
the
Yeah,
Officer
I've-
Sili.
Officer Silly.
Yeah.
But head boy, head girl,
Or the
head boy, head girl.
I'm like,
what about
it was
that
good.
is ole ao leo
It's
tato ainga,
perfect.
the head of our family? No,
Nah, and that
I would say Ulu Leainga or
Yeah,
Whao
Ulu
Ulu
Leainga.
Leainga, or
it's very particular. Eh?
it's like more reverence is given to Wao.
to Ao, yeah.
In terms of in the context of like the head of something or what.
See, because even like I know in head coach, when people use the head coach for teams, they some I've heard even myself refer to the head coach as Lefayao Ngaulu, which it's kind of weird in a sense, but
Yeah.
it's just become like a normalized. So our in that context is probably reserved for. I know in church, then they refer to Jesus Christ.
so like a deity then.
Yeah,
Or
reverence
like a
is the word. Like a
divine,
very, almost like a divine. Like they say, Leao le Galesia, the head of the church, referring to Jesus. So
I mean,
Yeah.
you would know about this stuff.
yeah,
Church stuff,
but the use, the use of the word "ao" in that sense, and note as well. There's no glottal. Do you remember what the glottal was?
Yep.
The apostrophe.
Akumaliliu.
So the
Yeah, because what happens to ao when it has a comma liliu?
ao.
It's a completely different word.
What is it? But what does that word mean? Is that even a
We're
word?
gonna move on to that.
Oh, okay.
I actually don't. Yeah.
Ao, ow.
Oh, yeah. Totally different meaning.
For some reason, I'm thinking. Oh, I don't know if it's a good. No, like double AO. Is that a word?
Double A-O
No, AO. We're learning about owl. Oh yeah.
Ow, yeah.
can be
Owl. No.
Oh,
ow, ow.
Yeah, is that a word?
Ow, ow, yeah.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And what do those mean?
Ow, ow.
Ow, wow. So, ow, wow. Putting the two R's together means overall. How would you put?
Like, owl le polota. You know, I'm looking at democracy. Overall, the election results. Can you say it like that or no? Does it have to be a context?
It would be a different sentence structure,
Okay.
I think.
Aotelinga is another.
Yeah.
It's just basically like
Ow would be the root word of whatever the right word would be, depending on the context.
Alfa'i,
Our fa'i.
total.
That's
Oh, yeah.
another.
That makes sense to me.
But with AO or just AO, once you add the glottal breaks and that changes it, the meaning.
And what does it become? Like, what's
Oh.
that new meaning?
A'o. Oh, sorry, I'm so loud. Like here, sorry.
A'o is to teach.
Teach.
Yep.
So that's just the A glottal O. What's the one in? Oh, what are the other words? Ow, no.
Yeah.
Is there a O macron or no? Owl.
You mean like the Fa'ama Mafa, the
Yeah.
Tolington?
Is that a word or no?
Ao, probably.
You know what? I'm going to get. I'm going to get
probably.
Yeah, probably,
dictionary.
but I don't. Yeah, in this
And then
case, it would be a totally different. Yeah, different word, different.
Because I was thinking of aonga. I don't know why. And then the GA makes it a ngaunga is what I had learnt from my.
That's like ao, and then it's aonga.
Yeah.
So ao is teach, aonga is school.
School,
Or,
yeah.
aonga, like my education. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get back to that. But yeah, cool. Thank you for.
Cheeky. Yeah, ao is also the verb ao, to collect, or
Yes.
to bring stuff together. So when
Ao mai le kupe.
ao mai
Yeah, I know.
ao mai le tatou tupe mo le tatou lunch and half it up no or ao mai le tanga mea is a common one. I heard growing up and still hearing to this very day. Yeah, collect the washing ao mai le tanga mea. Or in Sunday school, when they say "Ao the sene," time to
Yes.
get the sene together. I'm not going to sing the song, but if you know, you know.
I want to know the song. I thought it was.
This is part of her learning journey. Come on.
Oh, actually, does it?
I for some reason when I thought of Sunday school, all I remember the song is La for yellow.
That one.
Is that
I did, yeah, that's why I didn't sing it because I realized they don't say "Ao"
yeah,
at all.
that's what I remember. But I was
Yeah.
like, where's my money going? I'm a little kid. Like, could be yeah. No, I was thinking this is the right song. So.
Yeah, I just realized it didn't have "Ao" in it, so I was like, maybe. But to
I
collect.
always thought it was Ao Mai Le Kangamea. I thought it was AUMAI. I'm spelling it wrong, eh? It's
Ao.
Ao.
No. So "Ao,"
It's applicable too.
yeah,
Like bring the washing.
to bring.
Ao
Bring.
mai.
So AU is bring and Ao is collect. Ao Mai. Like,
"Ao mai," the word is to bring. AU would be a different word altogether, I believe.
Ao
Yeah.
mai kanga man.
Ao.
It's just like
it sounds
collectively
similar, but okay.
bring in something.
Together.
You can still use both of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I'll use both, but when they say spell it, I'm like, O or U.
Ao mai.
Ao, oh yeah,
Ao
Ao,
Mai.
not Ao. Yeah, Ao.
Ao.
And that's what we've got on our list for today. This
Yeah,
is
we
the-
should do a recap though. Ai, Asu, Sui, and Ao.
And now.
Can you put all four in a sentence for me, please?
Charlie, that's a lot.
Ao mai le asu e aia.
Yeah.
Aia I lau mea ai.
Yeah.
Ao mai asu. Oh gosh.
In my head, I'm
We'll
thinking.
recap on our fifth word, eh?
Yeah.
We'll recap on our it'll be next week. And I'll prepare a sentence. We shall prepare a sentence. If you fat talile to know tau whaingole.
I'm thinking of what the words mean in English, and then I'm thinking in English the word, like, go get me this, and then trying to put it in Samoan.
You know,
Like-
it's sorry, go
No.
on. I'll
No, no.
say it after. No, I was gonna say, it's funny because when I think in Samoan, it's different to when I'm speaking in English. It's I can't explain it.
I'd love to think in Samoan, but like as I learn the language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It'll
even
come.
with how I was telling you know how we were like swafa, I like for name.
Yeah.
I'm obviously thinking in English because I'm thinking like first name, last name, and when I was at a job, I'm like kusilalo ingoa momoa, ingoa muli muli. You know, like but that's
first and
wrong.
last.
So like it's swafa, and so I wanna while I pick up the
Yeah.
language, think more of my indigenous motherland tongue instead of
It'll come.
the structure.
It's because we naturally, like, I get what you mean. I get what you both mean. There's certain situations we think of it from the English first, and then sometimes you're like, nah, the Samoan really makes more
A lot
sense.
of times it
I'll-
doesn't match in my head. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll
that's
ask
all
Nate,
right.
I'll be like, what about this shit? No, that word is not for, that's for animals only, like in Samoan, like
Yes.
you don't refer it for it's like humans and different. So I was like, whoa, kind of thing.
But another good way to just keep learning is just say it. Say it, and hopefully someone will correct you with love.
With love, yes.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll say something and all I see is people shaking, shoulders shaking. Like I knew I said it wrong. Like
It's
But I'll practice.
Well, if they're good, they'll correct you and just say, "Oh, say it this way" or whatever. So hopefully.
Only. Shall we recap on the different hours from today?
Yep.
So
Mary.
we have first one.
Ao malipo. Ao. Day.
Ao, day. Yeah.
I'll remember that. Cloud.
Cloud. Yeah.
I don't know how to say it in Samoan, like the weather. I would be like, watimu, wow. Like, can you say that? Or, like, it's raining, it's cloudy.
Cloudy.
How do you say, or use it cloud?
How would you use that? Yeah, how would you use our? I think I used. I can't remember on Sunday. Actually, yes, I used it on Sunday when we were doing coverage for the game during the break, and just before I was about to start, and I put up a post, and I think the first line that I said, "Ua mo atu, ao, mawanga." So the clouds and the rain have
Dissipated.
have gone, like
That
have
sounds so
left
cool.
our presence. Yeah. So,
I'll be basic. I'll be like, "Fua bloka le au le
but that would
le
be
la," like, you know, like that
Yeah.
is so basic. But yeah, can you repeat how you used it again?
ua mo atu, ao, mawanga, or in a simple sense, ao matimunga. Timunga being rain. Yeah. Ua mo atu, ao le langi. The clouds of the sky.
The poetic here.
Gone.
That's why you're a singer, because the poetry that you spell. No, yeah, that's cloud. I remember
That's
cloud.
cloud. Yeah.
It was day and night. Cloud. What was the third? Oh, head. We were stuck on ulu.
Yeah.
So all I remember is you saying Leiataualesa, like in a divine way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the head. Yeah.
The
Head of
head.
the church.
The physical head would be ao as well.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what like ulu.
But so if I'm asked, like, I'll be like Kingalo ulu,
That's
Kingalo
fine.
ao. So I can say it to you
You can
because
say that too, or and then it's also like you're the head of the family. Like it's a different. It's not like what is that? Oh, that's not a noun as well, is it?
The other use, this is probably a really stretch kind of use for hours and le upu whaalualu mo le ulu. But you know, say if you were providing like some sort of respectful medical report on a patient, or a deceased person, or a fia leao, or you know what I mean? Like the head was.
that makes sense. That's
yeah.
logical because we have Samoan doctors and
Yeah.
people that are in.
Wa fia lo nao ile samal or what?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Head and I remember the washing and the collect ao mai and overall ao. Am I saying it properly?
Wow.
Ao.
Wow.
Very good.
Yeah.
Malola.
Yeah.
Nice. That's our word for today.
Let's
Wow.
put together your exam paper for the end of what I
But
say.
I wasn't here last week, but I know the word was sui. So what were the?
Ooh,
Refresh my memory with the sui.
we had a few last week for Sui. Sui.
Where is Sui? Here we are.
Sui was.
All I know is that it's change.
Yes.
Yes.
Like
Sui
Money?
Yeah.
money change.
money.
Oh yeah, or fili sui when you can get something.
That's it.
Sui.
Fili sui. And also change your life, like sui lo a meal, sui lo a langa. Yep. But I don't know any
A
other.
delegate or a representative.
Oh, like
Like you
oile
would-
sui,
Yeah.
oile sui,
Where
or
is Sui there?
like oile sui or Auckland Council, like
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
Yeah. Or they could be coming somewhere and you say, yeah, ole Sui there, ole da organization they're from.
Oile sui le ole UN. Like,
Yep.
oh, okay.
Yep.
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 That's how you know. Like,
Or Malia le fai masui at officer PMN. So you would be representing PMN.
oh,
Yep.
So substitute or replacement, I think was the other definition for that. Name of a person too.
Name of a person. My auntie Sui actually was listening in last week.
oh, what'd she think of?
Hi, Auntie Sui.
Hi again, Auntie Sui, if you're
I
listening.
remember you mentioning her because you said something about fundraising or
Yes.
Yeah.
My auntie
Yeah.
Sui is the backbone of the our supper fundraising every Thursday and Saturday. And the other sui was to mix. When referring to a beverage,
Yes.
if I was to ask you to sui mix me a beverage of an alcoholic nature,
I'd be like, oh, so what would you say then? Like, I know you said it in English, but like, say it in Samoan.
I would say, if I was, I wouldn't ask you sui mailika vaya. I would say, if I was to applaud you for a great mix, I'd be like, mangelo sui, in a casual sense. Does that
I mean, if you're just hanging out, like, I'm a sweet.
Oh yeah, mea sui
Bring
referred
me
to
something like
RTDs.
a
Sorry.
mixed drink or
But you would have to have the word mea before sui, right?
not necessarily. It's
Okay.
just because we're friends
Oh, yeah.
hanging about.
What if we're
you probably wouldn't say that to.
yeah, like what if we're
Like the
strangers? No, like we're friends, so you're
Yeah.
that familial is, that's when you'd say it. But what if you just met someone you don't know? I'm like, hey, change my drink, like a worker or a stranger. That's
Is that how you would talk to people?
Hey,
Say
mix
that.
my drink.
no.
Yeah,
I'll be
no.
like, so like I would be like, oh Milo, sui fa mole mole, sing to someone I don't
If I
know.
miss kame ingo, and then I don't know, because from there they could say, what I don't know.
I sometimes like to water down my soft drinks.
Okay.
I do too with
Yeah,
water because
with
some
water.
juice is too strong.
Yeah, and I coolie my nephews to go. Alako sui melka,
Yeah.
sui
Dilute?
melka,
But
dilute.
it's always a mix for liquid stuff. Like, what if I
Yeah.
wanna change my food? Like, can you still use soy in that context?
Yeah.
Sui may not mea ai.
Sui maila oka, like my order.
Mm.
Sui maila, yeah.
And it's always for like food. Like, what happens if I go somewhere and I'm like, I don't like this wood for my house I'm renovating?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's change.
Sui-
That's
oh,
just-
okay.
That's just
Okay, yeah.
change. You can use it for just about everything, really.
Yeah. Or
Sui loko lua.
or if we had plans for the weekend, and I was like, oh,
With soy
there was sui, yeah, there was sui kongu.
Sui foi mafau
Sui file plan ale.
Sui so oil
Yeah.
plans ale i there.
That
What
would be
about soy for music? Like, DJ change the...
Sui me the best.
sui peshi.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's a great recap.
Yeah, I felt like I was here. I felt like I couldn't leave. I missed you guys.
Next time you're zooming in.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No, because I was telling Renate that I wanna. She was saying I was trying to run when I'm learning how to walk. Not like that, but because I want to use these words in real life. And
She's
like
talking
that.
about fakulima.
No,
earlier
not-
on, and
Right,
I was like,
no, no, that's just a class I'm learning. No, but these actual words.
That's
like,
the evening show.
that's tomorrow's
That's
show.
Fiafi Manuia with Tofi Lau and
No,
Toto,
thanks.
but
No, I appreciate these. Aso, Sui,
Sui,
and Ao.
Ao,
Ow.
Malo.
Hello, Lama Malia.
It's a great session so far,
Yeah,
guys.
good recap as well.
My vocabulary is slowly progressing.
Tono, it's the same for a lot of those who are tuning in and those who are listening in. It's our journey with our ngangana is everyone's in their own lane and in their own space and their own pace. But ole nganga lava le tātou polkalame, it is to provide a space for our listeners to tune in, maybe share a bit about what they know, but also for us to pick our own brains sometimes. We tend to hear a lot of these words every day, and
Take
we
for
can't.
granted.
Yeah, we take them for granted, and,
Sui lo Ao. Nah, I'm just kidding. But
and sometimes we. It's not until we actually sit down and be like, hey, actually, this is what that means, or this
Yeah.
is how that's used. So
When someone asks you to explain it and you're like,
yeah,
I just know it.
I'm horrible at that, but
Yeah.
this is a great, hopefully, Maria, you're getting something, but I know for myself and hopefully for Leiataualesa as well, it's a great learning for us too. So
yeah, I was reading in someone as well, and she read it and understood, but I was just reading it to her, and I was like, what does this mean, sir? I know what you mean. And I appreciate you both. Thanks for letting me learn my Nganga in this safe space. Even though we have many listeners tuning in
Yeah.
that may be going through the same thing, but
Exactly.
I want to encourage them like I you guys encouraging me to tautala nganga Samoa.
Oh.
Malo.
Some
Malo.
basic words.
It's very loy.
Yeah.